What's up? What's up? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. So, today is Mindset Monday, y'all. So, I am back for another topic. I am streaming live on Instagram and on Facebook. So, we are rocking in two places today. And the topic of the day is to adult proof your mind. Yes, yes, yes. So one of the reasons why I came up with this particular idea is because we often child proof homes. And in my case, I dog proof my house because I got a little mischievous dog running around and he like to get into stuff. And if you have children or dogs or pets, you know that you have to do things and set things up in a certain way just to make sure they don't get into stuff, right? And when I thought about that particular aspect of things, I also thought about how this applies to us as an adult, right? Or as adults. And when we were kids, we believed in everything. Okay? You believed in Santa Claus. You believed in the Tooth Fairy. You believed in the Boogeyman. You believed in superheroes and the villains. You believed in everything. But even more importantly, you also believed in yourself. And so you had big goals, big dreams, different things that you wanted to get out there and do. Hey, Alex. And you wanted to do different things. So you had these goals and dreams that you aspired to. And in fact, when you were a toddler, everyone encouraged you and everyone believed in you. Because you think about it, when you come to dealing with children, toddlers specifically, you tell them, hey, you can walk, you can take that first step. You can take that second step. So you're always encouraging them. You believe in them. And this is what they see and they feel and they experience at that age. You're telling them, hey, you can talk. Say mama. Say dada. You're encouraging them, telling them all of these things that they can accomplish. When it's time to ride a bike, you're telling them, yes, you can do it. Go ahead and pedal. You can balance yourself. You're encouraging them. When it's time to go to school, you tell them, hey, you can read, you can write. You believe in them that they can learn how to do math. I was going to say arithmetic, but I'm like, does anybody say that anymore? But you encourage them. You believe in them. You believed in yourself that you could do all of these things, something you never done before. You came into this world, you didn't know how to walk. You didn't know how to talk. You didn't know how to read. You didn't know how to write. But at some point, you believed enough in yourself that you could actually do and learn these things. You actually develop the belief in yourself that you can do something that you had never done before. In fact, you didn't even understand what the purpose of it was when you learned it. You didn't understand what the purpose of reading and writing was when you learned how to do it. You didn't understand that, but you learned it anyways. But what happens is over time, that encouragement tends to diminish. So people stop telling you you can do this and you can do that. You know, you get to a certain age, maybe about 6, 7, and you know that encouragement starts to go down. And a lot of children that age may still have high beliefs. You know, they're excited about superheroes and action figures and all that kind of stuff. But at that age is also where children start to look at things just a little bit differently, and they're paying attention to how you interact with them, what you tell them, how you support them. And so you stop looking at the world and all of the possibilities that exist. And so as you grow older, you become an adult, you get settled into a comfy job and you move on with your life. And so you just kind of settle that, hey, I've done my part. I've went to school. I've learned what I had to learn. I'm a productive citizen, and yeah, that's it. And now things have changed quite a bit. Okay. Right? And for some people, you may be stuck between a rock and a hard place. You know, you don't really know what you're going to do. You know, you may not feel comfortable going back into the office, Or you may not have an issue with that. You just realize that working from home had so many more benefits. You get to sleep a little bit later. You saving gas. You saving money on the lunch that you would be eating, buying from wherever. You're more productive, so because you don't have whoever coming to stop by to talk to you. You don't have to be fake engaging with people all day trying to act like you happy to see them, smiling and doing all of that crap that we tend to do when we're dealing with people face to face. So you don't have to do any of that stuff when you're working from home. Like, you ain't got the camera on, unless you have to have the camera on. You ain't got to do all of the fake pleasantries. You can ignore a lot of the commentary and just go on and focus on what it is that you have to do. And so when you realize, hey, if I go back into the office, I'm losing all of these perks. I'm losing the fact that I can actually exercise, and find time for that. I'm losing the perk that I'm spending more time with my family because I'm not spending it in traffic. You lose the perk of, hey, I can actually cook a home cooked meal for my family and I don't have to pick up, fast food on the way home because I've been in traffic so long, I don't have time to cook. Right? You have the flexibility to maybe show up and be available for appointments in different ways. So there are a lot of perks that come with that. And so when you're looking at losing all of that, you're losing some of your freedom of choice. To some extent, it's not really losing freedom of choice because you can choose to walk. But you're losing some of that freedom, right? You're losing some of that, those options and those luxuries of working from home. You're losing time. And you're looking at what else is out there. You're really trying to consider, are there some alternatives? And so you probably started looking. You're looking at, maybe other jobs. You may be looking at certain business opportunities. Hey, how can I monetize what I do? Some people have careers where you can freelance. If you got bookkeeping experience, accounting experience, you might be able to freelance. You got different skill sets that you can use and monetize and do on your own, where you can actually do this from the comfort of your home and you don't have to go out into public. And so you look at all of these different options that you have available, and then all of a sudden that adult mindset kicks in, right? That adult mindset kicks in and it says, hey, well, what about your age? Aren't you a little too old to be thinking about switching jobs? What about stepping out your comfort zone? You done worked at this company for so long, you got benefits, you got this, how are you going to, manage? What if this happens? What if that happens? So you start, all of a sudden your adult mind kicks in and all of a sudden you have all of these questions and all of these what ifs. And you go from dreaming and thinking of everything that could be possible and that great life that you could create for yourself. And you start thinking about, what if things don't go quite right? And I want to suggest and tell you that that's where the adult mindset really can hold you back. And there is a time when you really want to adult proof your mind. It's not to say that you aren't responsible or shouldn't be responsible, but there is a time and a place for the responsibility, but there's also a time and place for you to exercise your faith, right? Because faith doesn't make sense. It's also a time for you to dream and allow yourself to experience something that you truly want. Because you're thinking about the what ifs. Well, what if I can't make X amount of dollars? Or what if they don't have the same type of benefits? Well, what if you stay with that job that you hate, that's stressing you out, and you develop a mental or physical illness because of that stress? What if you spend the rest of your life miserable because you settled for a job that was comfortable? What if you missed out on having an impact in someone's life and making a difference because you were too adult to take a risk and bet on yourself? What if you didn't do all of the things that you truly wanted to do in your life? You didn't get a chance to travel. You didn't get a chance to interact and meet people. What if you just gave all of that up because your adult mindset said, this is where it's safe? So if you're going to play the what if game, don't think about what if I fail. Think about what if I don't do any of the things that I truly want to do and you don't get a second chance at doing. Because what you have to realize is if you fail, you can start again. That's not the end of the world. Failure is not final. But if once you get to that final spot, if you ain't done the things you want to do, you don't get another chance. You do not get another chance to travel. You do not get another chance to pursue your purpose. You do not get another chance to spend more time with your family. You don't have another chance to have an impact in your community. You don't have another chance for that stuff. You fail, you get another chance after you fail. Failure is not final. You can look at all kinds of people who have failed and have bounced back from that. That is not impossible. But what is impossible is to do anything after you've left up out of this earth. Now that's what's impossible. You're not going to do none of those earthly things you wanted to do. That's impossible. Unless somebody else see fit, and I don't have that type of insight. But from what I know, that's it. You don't get a chance to have a do-over. You don't get a do-over on these things. So when you're looking at what it is you want to do, when you're looking at your goals and your dreams, when you're looking at your current situation, there's a time and place to be an adult and to be responsible. Totally understand that. But there's also a time and place where you should be tapping into the childlike dreams that you have for yourself. Allow yourself to dream big. Allow yourself to believe in all the possibilities that exist. Allow yourself to just be free. Have fun. Enjoy life. Look at, take into consideration all that looks like. And give yourself a chance to experience some of it. It's not to say you need to do all of it at once or all of it at one time. We're not saying have a midlife crisis, but start somewhere. It may start with traveling. It may start with a side hustle. Maybe you're not ready to transition to, out of the workplace just yet, but you can start your side hustle. It may start with going back to school and getting some more, experience or knowledge in a specific area that you truly have an interest in so that you can switch careers. Just figure out what it is you want to do. Tap into that childhood person that's inside of you and allow yourself to dream again. So that's all I have for you guys today on Mindset Mondays. I hope you found this information